Good morning. Welcome to Arlington Street Church, gathered in love and service for justice and peace. We are Unitarian Universalists. Ours is a progressive faith with a historic theology, Ours is a historic faith with a progressive theology, and a historic one, grounded in a love which calls us to compassionate action in the world, acknowledging the sacredness of each and every being. In this space, we gather with open minds, open hearts, and open hands to practice acceptance, forgiveness, and growth. We welcome people of all nations, all creeds, all genders, all ages, all cultures, and all kinds of love. Whether you're here every week, come today for the first time, or stop by once in a while, we affirm all you are and all you are becoming. You are abundantly welcome here.
Good morning. I'm Patrick Cooleybeck, this morning's worship coordinator. Reverend Parisa and I are joined by Director of Music Mark David Buckles, Hyunju Jung, and the Arlington Street Choir in leading worship today. We couldn't do this without our tech team, greeters, ushers, and coffee hour hosts. Thank you, friends. If you're new to Arlington Street, welcome. We are so glad you're here and would love to stay connected. We hope you'll visit our website at arlingtonstreet.org and sign up for our weekly e-newsletter. If you're in the sanctuary, please fill out a pew card and put it in the basket during the offering time to let us know how to be in touch with you. On the last pages of the order of service, you'll find information on upcoming Arlington Street events. There's a lot going on both in person and on Zoom, and we'd love to see you this week. If you or someone you know is struggling to meet your food needs right now, we have launched the community food share bin downstairs near the bottom of the back steps of the sanctuary. It will be available every Sunday morning until the end of coffee hour. Please take what you need. If you're not able to get to Arlington Street, the minister's discretionary fund is here to help those in need. Whatever your need, please reach out to Reverend Parisa at any time for confidential support. Her email address can be found in the staff listing at the end of your order of service. We are here for you. Next weekend, we have some special events we hope you'll join us for. First, on Saturday, November 22nd, there will be a Friendsgiving potluck in the parish hall from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30. You can sign up at the link in your newsletter or just show up and enjoy the company. Then on Sunday, November 23rd at 12:45 p.m., we will have a congregational meeting to hear the feedback from our 2 visioning sessions earlier this fall, as well as plans for the next steps. Hope to see you there. If you came this morning with a joy or a concern in your heart, you are invited to light a candle at home and share in the chat, or come up and light a silent candle at the table to the right of the Gleason podium at any time during the service. I hope all of you here in the in-person congregation will plan to join us in the Honeywell Chapel right through the leather door up front after the service. If you'd like to learn a little more about the coffee crew, please stick around for 25 minutes or so until the end, and Mrs. Worship Coordinator Sarah will be able to help you out. Those of you on Zoom are invited to stay on for remote fellowship as well. Please enjoy coffee or your favorite beverage at home. And now Keith is going to turn the camera on our in-person congregation as we wave and smile at each other, as well as our friends in the Zoom room, and you all in the Zoom room can wave and smile back. Hello, friends. Let's all engage that Arlington Street spirit of welcome that transcends physical distance as we greet one another heart to heart. Whether you've been coming here for years or today is your first time at Arlington Street, welcome home. Please join in saying the Affirmation and Covenant of this beloved spiritual community. The words are printed in your order of service and in the chat. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is our gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to speak our truths in love, and to help one another.
You sing with me. Courage,
Courage,
my friend,
my friend,
you do not travel alone. We will go with you and sing your spirit home. Courage, my friend, you do not travel alone. We will go with you and sing your spirit home. If not now, then when you do not travel alone, we will go as one and sing your spirit home.
Our chalice lighting this morning is the defining moment of Bert Lahr's career from the motion picture musical The Wizard of Oz.
There will be a little audience participation later. I'll prompt you with the palms up. You'll know how to respond when we get there. If I were the king of the forest, not queen, not duke, not prince, my regal robes of the forest would be satin, and not cotton, and not chintz. I'd command each thing, be it fish or fowl, with a woof and a woof and a royal growl. Woof! As I'd click my heel, all the trees would kneel, and the mountains bow, and the bulls kowtow, and the sparrow would take a wing. If I were king, each rabbit would show respect to me, the chipmunks genuflect to me. Though my tail would lash, I would show compassion for every underling. If I were king.
Your Majesty, if you were king, you wouldn't be afraid of anything?
Not nobody, not no how.
Not even a rhinoceros?
Imposterous.
How about a hippopotamus?
Why, I'd thrash him from top to bottomus.
Supposing you met an elephant.
I'd wrap him up in cellophane.
What if it were a brontosaurus?
I'd show him who is king of the forest.
How?
How? Courage. What makes a king out of a slave?
Courage.
What makes the flag on the mast to wave?
Courage.
What makes the elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist or the dusky dusk? What makes the muskrat guard his musk?
Courage.
What makes the Sphinx the seventh wonder?
Courage.
What makes the dawn come up like thunder?
Courage.
What makes the Hottentot so hot? What puts the ape in apricots? What do they got that I ain't got?
Courage.
You can say that again.
Courage.
I don't know how to follow that one. Nice job, Patrick. Something happens in church, and I'm like, why did I even plan music? We were just going to remember Patrick doing I Am King of the Forest. Well, our first hymn today is Holly Near's I Am Willing, a beloved song of this congregation. Let's rise in body and spirit and sing I Am Willing. 2, 3. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. There is hurting in my family, there is sorrow in my town, there is panic all across the nation, there is wailing the whole world round, but I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. May the children see more clearly, may the elders be more wise, may the winds of change caress us, even though it burns our eyes, 'cause I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty oath to hold my confusion. Give me a desert to hold my tears. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder, and give me an ocean to hold my tears. Let me hear you. I am open. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, oh lift me up to the light of change.
Our reading this morning involves more helpers. It's a children's book called The Lion Inside by Rachel Bright. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold, stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the quietest, littlest, meekest gray mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. He got trod on and sat on and mistook for stuff, ignored and forgotten. Yes, mouse life was tough. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was lion o'clock. This huge, toothsome creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could roar. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and tough. He loved showing the crowd he was made of strong stuff. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Then late one dark night, in his Minnie Mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He jumped from the covers and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. I mean, what if this mouse, with the weeniest squeak, was a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy gray mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But gulp, oh my gosh. There was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong, take a chance after all. Forever is such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do, but if you want things to change, first you have to change you. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then at last, as he stood on his tippity toes, he found himself suddenly nose to The lion was shaking, his paws all a-fumble. He was backing away with a scrambling tumble. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, my goodness, this lion is frightened of mice. Don't worry, Mouse peeped. I'm a friend, not a foe. Let's rock this together. We'll have fun, don't you know? That was a magical moment for sure, when Mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out, and for that, you don't need a roar or a shout. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better, now that the rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head. And the lion, he still roared, but with laughter instead. Yes, that day they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. Our next hymn this morning is number 1015 in the Teal hymnal, or found in your order of service and in the Zoom chat. I know I can go on. Please rise in body, rise in spirit, and join us in singing. We know we will go on. But how? We live in frightening times, my friends. Days are dark with storms, and burdens weigh our hearts. It's easy to feel as small as that mouse, looking with wonder on those who are roaring, sometimes in fear and trembling, and other times in awe and a little bit of envy. How we will go on feels like a constant question these days. And yet we do. And the process of discovering and rediscovering our faith in how to go on is itself a blessing. Sometimes a tiring one, but a blessing nonetheless. The stories we're raised on, the stories of feats of daring by athletes or historical figures or superheroes or justice warriors, those stories can be hard to relate to when we're faced with our own everyday fears, large or small. There aren't a lot of movies made about the hero's defiant act of getting out of bed. But sometimes that's exactly what courage looks like. And there aren't a lot of books written about the time the minister saw a mouse run across the floor of her office at church while on a phone call and held back her scream. But some days, that takes courage too. So we need the reminder, don't we, that we have both a mouse and a lion inside. Lutheran pastor Nadia Bowles-Weber has no problem doing what most people put at the top of their list of fears. She speaks in front of hundreds, thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of people with no anxiety. But she does have two big, nearly debilitating fears: getting dental work done and driving on snowy, winding mountain roads. And because the universe has a dark sense of humor, she happens to be someone who has naturally weak teeth and lives in Colorado. One week a couple of years ago, Nadia's partner was away and their dog, Gertrude Stein, was recovering from surgery and not doing well. After being up most of the night cleaning up after the sick dog and worried sick herself, knowing she couldn't reach the vet's office for a few more hours and also wasn't going to be able to handle her own spiral of anxiety much longer, she remembered some advice she had gotten in several spiritual and self-help programs. The best way to get out of your own head is to go and do something for someone else. So Nadia went out at 5 a.m. and shoveled the snow from the sidewalks of her whole block. And as she describes it, for that time, she was free. When she was finished, she mustered the courage to do the thing she was most afraid of. She put Gertrude Stein in the car and set out on those winding mountain roads as snow fell in a blizzard. She made the terrifying drive down I-90 with cars sliding around outside while she shook and took deep breaths in the driver's seat, praying the whole time. And she got there, just as the critical care team was showing up for work for the day. And then, having so bravely gotten the dog to the hospital, and then bravely handing her over to the medical team, she realized she had depleted her courage battery for the day. The thought of facing the drive back through the storm in her little Subaru was more than she could take. So barely able to speak through her sobs, she realized she had just enough bravery left to do one more thing: to ask someone for help. She called her friend Russ, who was happy to be of help and to be away from all that he was worrying about in his own life. And for the 30 minutes that it took for him to drive her home, he was free. The dynamics of courage are so much more complicated than vanquishing an enemy, aren't they? Researchers have distilled the qualities of courage to 3 parts: a risk, an intention, and a goal that might benefit others. We are living in a time when risk is all around. Is it safe to be who we are if we're queer, non-binary, trans, a person of color, an immigrant, disabled, in the throes of mental illness, or any combination of the above? Not really, if we're being honest. And if we aren't in a specifically targeted group, our worries for our neighbors, our loved ones, our values, our democracy are plenty to keep us up at night. I've found myself newly afraid of things I thought were solved long ago, and now some of the proverbial monsters under the bed are actually in charge of our collective future. So yes, risk is very real. So what do we do with those risks when our intention is to be a community of love and service for justice and peace? Or more close at hand, when we want to just be there for each other, to do what we can to keep goodness alive in the world, or even just to keep the harms from doing their worst to our kin. If we only act out of our sense of risk, what we're afraid of losing, we can find it easy to justify not doing the hard thing, the thing that raises our discomfort and puts us a little off balance. What we think of as safety can also be a cage. But when we bring our fear in conversation with our intention, who we want to be with what we want to see in the world, we get in touch with a lot more choices. Not easy choices, mind you. No guarantee of any particular outcome, but ways to imagine what might be on the other side of our fear. It turns out that in our own heads, where we're tempted to dwell in our own stories and magnify our fears with our imaginations of all of the worst, our heads are not the best neighborhoods for growing our courage. A growing body of research also shows that for folks experiencing mild anxiety or depression or just having a hard time emotionally, volunteering in their community offers many benefits that alleviate their symptoms by helping them feel more connected, reducing stress and anxiety, and feeling a direct connection to some sparks of goodness in the world. Freed from the prison of our own fears by both the distraction and the gratification of helping others, we fill our own batteries for bravery, fueled by a little hope that all the worst we imagine might not come to pass, that we might be part of the change we hope to see if we just push forward a little more. Like the lion and the mouse, we can rock this together. There are so many stories of courage and bravery, but this morning I want to share one from a few years ago that still echoes, especially with the news this week. You may remember that almost as soon as Massachusetts courts approved same-sex marriage in 2004, Governor Romney offered instructions to county and municipal clerks, the people who were in charge of administering marriage licenses, to enforce a 1913 law which prevented Massachusetts officials from allowing marriages of mixed black and white couples if their home states didn't allow those marriages. As a deluge of lesbian and gay couples landed in Nantucket that summer to get married, Catherine Flanagan Stover, a Catholic mother of 6 who was the town clerk, refused to comply with the governor's orders. Stover said, "Before May 17, 2004, clerks never had to ask what marriage laws were in the couple's home states, nor did we have time to screen them for psychological impairments, consanguinity, or anything else. In fact, clerks were told specifically and emphatically that our function was to assist couples wishing to marry, not to obstruct them." Stover and dozens of other town clerks from around the state filed an injunction against the governor's mandate, which they called discriminatory, antiquated, and inhospitable. The clerk's suit said that the governor's instructions put them at odds with the state's laws, which they had taken an oath of office to uphold. Then State Attorney General Thomas Riley threatened legal action against municipal clerks who didn't comply with the governor's instructions, saying they could be fired, fined, or even jailed for up to a year. Stover and her colleagues held firm, and they continued to officiate weddings of same-gender couples. A risk, an intention, a goal that might benefit others. Those three little components of courage can be lived in so many ways. Whether courage looks like facing a mountain road in the snowstorm for the sake of a dog, standing up for democracy and process in the face of threats from the powers that be, or finding your way out of bed in the morning. It begins and ends with care for something or someone beyond ourselves. It pushes us to grow, to redefine our imagined limits, and learn who we might become. And because we don't all have the same fears, we have this great gift of being able to show up for each other, borrowing courage when ours runs out, lending bravery when we are the ones who have gotten free, realizing day by day how to make the world as it can be. Will we ever find the courage to resist closing our borders from the world? Will we ever reject the story of wealth equals power equals a better world? Will we ever realize that bodily autonomy and the right to choose your partner is fundamental to a free society and preserve it for everyone of any and all gender identities? Will we ever resist war and nativism and exceptionalism? We will, and we can do all of these things if we do them together, one step at a time, pooling our courage to carry us forward. Whether we're feeling a little more lion or a little more mouse, we can rock this together and sometimes even have fun. So may it be. Amen.
Open my heart to be a sanctuary, all made holy, loved and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
It is now time for our treasured ritual of sharing community candles of sorrow and joy. In addition to sharing our sorrows and joys this morning, let's reach out to one another in the week ahead, staying connected. May these times remind us of how very precious our beloved community is. We need one another. Whether together or apart, may we stay very close. Let's join now in singing Sanctuary. The words are printed in your order of service and in the chat.
We come today with joys and sorrows, celebrations and regrets, often woven finely together. However you come today, we are here to support and to rejoice with you.
A candle of sorrow from Dan Simpson for the passing of Laura Lee Wildman, who passed away this week at the age of 82. When I first met her, she told me that she had 2 dogs, 1 cat, 2 guinea pigs, and 3 dragons, which goes to show she was a lover of animals and also quite in character. Much later, I was surprised to see her in an old ASC photo from, I think, the 1980s. She was a member here for some time. She passed away in peace in the company of her daughter after a long illness. May she rest in peace. A candle of sadness from the Arlington Street community at the loss of Alice Wong, the fierce champion of the rights of disabled folks. Her memory and her work are a blessing. A final candle of support and healing for Michael Moore, a retired veteran who's being operated on this morning. His mother, Cynthia Moore, is a longtime family friend. We have a candle of joy from Barb Seidel. Some of you may recall this story from 2 years ago. My colleague, who is a political refugee, barely escaped Congo with his life and was trying to reunite with his 2 daughters who were left behind in Africa. Arlington Street stepped up to pay for the girls' visas, lawyers' fees, application fees, medical exams, and finally in 2023, a plane ticket for the younger daughter, Abigail. Abigail was reunited with her dad and 1 week later started 7th grade in an American middle school. I'm here now to report that Abigail has just started her freshman year, is an honor student who dreams of being a doctor, loves math, has made the freshman basketball team, and just attended her first homecoming, which she said was so great. Her older sister wasn't able to get a US visa, but has successfully immigrated to Portugal, again through ASC's financial support. Thank you, Arlington Street, for being the change you want to see in the world. And a final candle of joy from Fran Peterson. Dance walking all week with joy that the Supreme Court did not agree to hear the petition to change equality, upholding marriage equality. To my alphabet family, I love you. Strike up the band, ring the bells, grab the sparkling outfits, place a ring on their finger, and dance through the glitter. This isn't just about a marriage, it's about equality and not being erased. Love is love.
The sorrows and all the joys we hold in our hearts, we offer a silent candle to remember and to rejoice. We hold in our hearts today all those who feel at the end of their store of courage. May they have just enough courage to reach out for help. And we stand with those who are activated, ready and willing to do the hard thing that scares them. May they know they are not alone. As we each hold that lion and that mouse inside, may we know we can find joy in coming together, no matter what this life brings. Let the peace of this sanctuary enter into our hearts as we share quiet moments together, breathing our prayers for ourselves, for one another, for our country, for all nations, for all beings. Amen.
We have another song, and this is another song you're invited to participate in if you would like. It's familiar to a lot of us, and the verses have a one-line refrain after every line. Like it goes, "We have come in the light," and every line ends with "in the light," then "in the dark," and we begin. So feel free to sing with us if you'd like as we sing this song. We have come to this place with our hearts open wide. We are here giving voice to the truth we divide. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love, giving hope. We create better days. We are born, we are fed, we connect through the veil. We are held, we are healed. Mysteries we reveal. Let us sing for today. Let us learn better ways, showing love, giving hope. We create better days. of all that we need to renew, to release, to rebuild, to believe. Let us sing for today, and let us learn better ways, showing love, giving hope. We create better days. One more time, let's sing. Let us sing for today, and let us learn better ways, showing love, giving hope. We create better days.
Thank you, Mark David. Thank you, Hyunju. Thank you, choir. It's fantastic. Arlington Street is entirely self-sustaining. It's up to us. Generosity is a key spiritual practice here, and it shows. Thank you for your commitment to our staff, our building, and our beloved spiritual community. Each Sunday, we share our collection plate with a partner in our mission of love, service, justice, and peace. As millions of people face reduction or complete loss of benefits for food assistance from the federal government, our Share the Plate partner is the Friday Night Supper program. In addition to meals, they also provide clothing and resource information to their guests. Over the past 40 years, members of Arlington Street have volunteered in a variety of capacities and given generously. Let us keep the tradition of loving service alive. In addition to Share the Plate, we're accepting donations for the Friday Night Supper food pantry. If you brought something this morning, please leave it in the marked box in the vestibule on your way out. If you need something to eat, please check out the community bin at the bottom of the stairs on the way to the parish hall, or see Reverend Parisa after the service. A couple of quick observations, one on courage. If you've got a good idea here, someone's going to make you do it. So, this is a more positive version of be careful what you wish for. You might get it, but you dig deep within and somehow pull something off. Second, to Queen Cheryl, you will notice that Reverend Parisa did refer to me as Your Majesty during some of that script. I don't have any regal aspirations, but we just wanted to remain true to Yip Harburg's script and Judy Garland's words in the movie. So I have to say you have always been and will forever be our queen. Lastly, I wanted to point out that in addition to his iconic role as the Cowardly Lion, Bert Lahr was also one of the principal characters in the original Broadway production of Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot. I was reminded of this a few weeks ago by an article in the Sunday New York Times on the current Broadway production of Godot, featuring the duo of Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves, best known together for their portrayal of the two title characters in the 1989 film, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where they offer their take on the golden rule. Be excellent to each other and party on, dude. In the spirit of being excellent to others, please take a moment now to party on and join me in giving to sustain our beloved Arlington Street and to the Friday Night Supper program. You can give online at ascboston.org or find instructions in the order of service for giving via QR code, Venmo, or text message. You can also mail a check to the church or use the envelopes in the pews, which can be given to the ushers or Lion as they come through momentarily with collection plates. Thank you for your generosity.
Sometimes your life feels like a broken roller coaster, 1,000 useless moving parts. Sometimes you spend your nights too scared of getting closer, hiding out in the backseat of your car. You tell yourself it's raining, the clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your hair. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees. Look up. Mondays aren't always bright. Some days you lose the fight. Life can be beautiful if you let it be. Tomorrow keeps taunting you with all kinds of mystery. It's a blank page for your poetry if you let it be. So don't tell yourself it's raining. The clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your hair. Look up, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees, yeah. Look up, look up. Hold on, look up. Sometimes your life feels like a broken roller coaster, 1,000 useless moving parts. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your hair. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees. Look up. Trouble's always gonna be there. Look up. Don't let it bring you to your knees. Look up.
Thank you, Beck and Mark David. As we dream of ways to build courage together, this poem from non-binary woman-loving poet Gabrielle Calvo-Caresi offers some inspiration. Like the horn you played in Catholic school, the city will open its mouth and cry out, "Don't worry about nothing, don't mean no thing." It will leave you stunned as a fighter with his eyes swelled shut who's told he's won the whole dang purse. It will feel better than any floor that's risen up to meet you. It will rise like Easter bread, golden and familiar in your grandmother's hands. She'll come back, heaven having been too far from home for her. Oh, it will be beautiful. Every girl will ask you to dance, and the boys won't kill you for it. Shake your head. Dance until your bones clatter. What a prize you are. What a lucky sack of stars.
Our final hymn is In the Shelter of Each Other. Let's rise in body and spirit to sing together. The words are in your order of service. The choruses are a call and response, which means I'm going to sing something and then you can sing the exact same thing back right after. Shay's going to be doing the response part with you, or you could be countercultural and sing the call part with me. Or add a third. You know, that's how we do it here. Here we go. In the shelter of each other, in the shelter of our lives, we are open, we are dreaming, we are hopeful, we are wise. Let's do that one more time, the chorus. In the shelter of each other, in the shelter of our lives, we are open, we are dreaming, we are hopeful, we are wise. Many times the weight of the world crashes in. We feel angry and afraid. We start to lose our sense of hope, our sense of direction. Isolation, we have learned, will not bring much in return if we truly cannot learn to live as one. In the shelter of each other, in the shelter of our lives, we are open, we are dreaming, we are hopeful, we are wise. You know that many times the weight of the world crashes in. We feel broken and betrayed. We start to lose our sense of joy, our sense of connection. And though our history remains, it's our actions we must change. If we hope to heal our planet, we know that we must stand. In the shelter of each other, in the shelter of our lives, we are open, we are dreaming, we are hopeful, we are wise, 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 we are wise.
As As we join in our benediction, I invite those of you in the Zoom room to put your hands on the sides of your Zoom squares, high-fiving each other. Those of you in the sanctuary, lift your hands, palms up. Send loving kindness all around this world, all around in widening circles of compassion and grace, forgiveness and joy. And then I invite you, as you feel the vibes flowing, to bring it all back to heart center and feel the love that is the spirit of this community carried with you as you leave this place. Let this love hold you when you're most fearful and when you're doing the very bravest thing you can, when you are someone else's rock and when you are discovering your roar. Remember what a prize you are, what a lucky sack of stars. The service begins when the service ends, my friends, and today the service ends with a dance party to celebrate the fact that this week the Supreme Court refused to grant an appeal of Kim Davis's conviction for blocking gay marriages. Celebrating the good stuff is one of the ways we gain courage and strength to face everything else. So if you are dancing inclined, please come forward and join us, and let's rock this together, friends.
2, 3, 4. I'm coming out.
I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Oh, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I've got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my siblings with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my siblings with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Down at the
Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing
We are located at the corner of Arlington and Boylston Streets, across from the Public Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Arlington Street Church, gathered in love and service for justice and peace.